Good evening, friends. On behalf of Joshi's Kerala Group, we already invited Krishnamurti Lakshmana to give the special session about the basics of acupressure. The last class, we go through that, and everybody likes the way he presented the class. Today, the subject is meridian. He will give all the minute details about the meridians. Actually, he's a person, especially he is an acupressure healer, and he got honored from the SPS by giving Master Advanced Diploma in Acupressure. On behalf of all of you, I am inviting Shri Krishnamurti Lakshmana to this platform. Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir. Now you can take care of the session, sir. We are all waiting for your session. Thank you.
Thank you. So, okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the session. Okay, just give me one moment so that I'll just. So you're all able to know my screen is visible, right? I'm audible.
Yes, yes. Actually, when you're trying for that, no, that share screen was off. Now it's on. Now you can share the screen. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let me see. Okay, how many of you already know about meridians? Can you just click on your raise hand button? Okay. Like out of 100, 110, some 20 people, 20, 25 people have raised hand. So others don't know. Is that what it means? How many of you have not heard about meridians? Like it is totally something brand new. How many of you are that? I lower all the hands. Like for how many of you, the meridian is something brand new? Like you have not heard of it or you don't know? Anybody? Click on the raise hand button. You will have that option so that I can know, or you can type. Okay, we will refresh, but I just want to get an idea of the class on what is the level of understanding so that I can accordingly teach. Okay, so only 1 or 2 people have told that they don't know anything about meridian. So it means that most of you have some understanding of meridian. Okay, so in the previous class, I touched upon the meridian little bit, but we will try to go deeper into that aspect of meridian. So before I start, I want to present one quote from Ling Shu. I like this very much. Okay, I was thinking in this terms, like before I came across this quote, even my thinking was in the similar lines. Okay, but okay, when something you are thinking comes up in the book, okay, you will feel, yes, our thinking is in the right direction. Okay, so what does it say? It says that it is by virtue of the 12 channels that human life exists, that disease arises, that the human beings can be treated and the illness cured. What is it saying is, by the virtue of the 12 channels, that is the 12 meridians, the 12 pair of meridians which are there in the human body, it is because of that meridian or through that meridian the human life exists. And that 12 set of meridians is the meridians through which the disease comes, and the 12 set of meridians is through which you treat, and the 12 set of meridians is through which the illness is cured. Okay, so starting from the existence or the initiation of the life to prospering of the life, to the disease arising, to the curing, to the treating and the curing, all of that is happening through this meridian, the lines of energy path. Okay, and what I like the most is the second para. The 12 channels are where the beginners start and masters end. To beginners, it seems easy. The masters know how difficult it is. Okay, so when we start the journey of acupressure or acupuncture, okay, so like it is in the very initial stages, we are taught, okay, the 12 pair of meridians. Okay, this meridian has these many points. This is the path in which the meridian is flowing. All of those things are taught, and we also learn. And what this says is, this is where the beginners start. Okay, this channel has these many points, etc., etc. It is the beginning point for the starting point for the beginners, but masters end there. What does it mean? What does it mean? Anybody wants to say what is the meaning of that? You can click on raise hand button and you will be given you'll be allowed to unmute. What does this, because it is very important to understand this statement. Okay, yeah. So ma'am, if you could allow that person, Fedwa, to unmute.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yes.
In my understanding, this what he is saying here, that for those 12 channels, we beginners, we will just like a baby food, but masters knows how to deal with it without going through all the channels. This is what I understood. That's it.
Okay, good try, good try. But it is, I think, everybody's perspective will be different, but my perspective is different than that. Anybody else who wants to share, what does it mean? Okay, the 12 channels are where the beginners start and the masters end. So it is, okay, just because of the interest of time, I will share my perspective. Okay. Habib Usman. Okay. Yes, sir. You want to say?
Sir, the beginners will consider the meridian as points on the basis of points only. But when the masters deals with the subtleness of the meridian, the whole meridian.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So,
Sir?
Yes.
Yeah, good evening. Sir, beginners here refers to the disease. So
No.
the solution lies in the 12 channels only, that where beginners start here refers to the disease and master ends means the solution also lies into this.
See, the problem and solutions lie in this, but beginner means who are who have just started learning. Masters are those who are fully into it for a long time. So okay, so I'll give you some scenarios just to make you think. Okay, let's say heart is a very important organ. Okay, it is such an important organ. Okay, how many points is there in the heart channel? How many points are there in heart channel? Because most of you know this. Okay, 9. So okay, heart channel has 9. Now, how many points does the urinary bladder meridian has? Okay, it has 67. In terms of importance, let's say heart is such a critical organ. Okay, it has only 9 points. What is urinary bladder? It is just a pouch which holds the wastewater of the body, right? It is just a pouch, and that has 67 points. Does this make sense in any way? Does it make sense? No, you all are understanding my question. Heart is such a critical organ. It has only 9 points. Urinary bladder is known like a dustbin. Basically, it is a dustbin for fluids. It holds the wastewater and it just excretes. For that, you have 67 points are there. What is the logic? Does it make any sense? It makes. What is the sense? What is the sense? Why UB should have back shoe points? Heart can have back shoe points, no? Or let's say large intestine could have back shoe points, or small intestine could have back shoe points. Why UB? So there are so many yang organs, no? Gallbladder is a yang organ. Large intestine is a yang organ. Why only UB? So if something has to take out the toxins, it should have lot of points. Huh? See, you all are telling what, say, Nias VK is telling it is a long meridian from head to leg. Okay, we know that, but my question is why? Why is it so long? It is nearest to spine, but why? It is functional along with the structural. Now, how many of you did this bother anybody while you were learning your meridians, etc.? Did this question arise in anybody's mind? Why heart is so less, whereas UB is so long? Did it arise in your mind? Did it bother you? How many people were bothered by this way the TCM is saying about the meridians? Okay. So I don't see any responses. So it means that nobody were bothered. So no, the teacher told, okay, 9, heart has 9. You all said yes. And the teacher told urinary bladder has 67. You all told yes. But nobody were curious enough to ask the question why. So if you were not bothered, it tells that your curiosity level is not high. Yeah, see, everybody is learning, but say there are some questions to which you will get a immediate answer. And there are some questions to which it may take years together to get an answer. But that question is a very valuable thing, and you have to protect that question in your mind. You should not allow the question to go out. Okay, because the question is the starting point of the that is where the new knowledge gets germinated. So you should not kill the question. You should keep the question alive and nurture the question. And one day that question will sprout and give rise to new knowledge, new understanding, new insights, new ideas, new discoveries happens with that. Okay. So this question was bothering me a lot. Why Heart 9? Why UB67? I was trying to read books and none of the books used to give an answer. So if the book is not giving an answer, what should you do? If the book is not giving you an answer, what should you do? You have to find an answer. Why somebody is asking, why were you thinking of only heart? Because that is the least. It is such an important organ and it has the least number of points along with pericardium. Okay. Everything has a reasoning. Okay. Everything has a logic. In the last class, I told the TCM philosophers developed this system based on intuition. Okay. So they understood something. Okay. And they did not go through the logic. But now, how are we trying to see? We are trying to see it through the lens of the logic. Why 9? Why not? Why this much? Why that much? But we don't find an answer to this logical questioning. Okay. So now, but little by little, we will try to find some logical reasoning. Okay. So it is a very fascinating journey. And that is why I feel that here it is told, the masters end there in the meridian. After understanding so much, then they will realize, oh, why this meridian has these many points? Why this meridian flows like this only? Why this meridian is changing a path in certain area? Why this point comes here only? Okay, if this point is treated, okay, why this point has to be treated in certain condition? Why this point should not be treated in certain condition? Why this point has to be treated, say, in a male, and why this point should not be treated in a female? In certain many different permutation and combination, this why question. When you have that holistic understanding, deep understanding, then this statement will be very appropriate. Then the masters, to the beginners, it seems easy. The masters know how difficult it is. But the work is to make the difficulty less. And if I can create more questions in your mind than answers, then I feel my classes, it was useful. I should be able to create a lot of questions in your mind. Then your mind is, it starts becoming alive. If there are no questions in your mind, then your mind is kind of sleeping, hibernating. Okay. So let's see how much we can explore on this phenomenal subject upon which the entire human existence, the body's existence, depends. That is meridians. Okay. So to understand meridians, we will So before understanding meridians, we will try to understand the water cycle in the nature. So how does the water cycle function? It is basically you have a pool of water, that is ocean or lake, some large body of water. Okay, let's say ocean. And the sun rays fall on that body of water. Because there is heat. Heat moves in which direction? Heat moves in which direction? Down, side, up. Yeah. Heat moves in upward. So if you light a matchstick, you hold it upwards, like ulta, reverse, or you hold it like this, or you hold it in the side. In any direction that you hold, the flame will always move upwards, right? So this tells the direction of the fire is upwards. So because there is heat, so the water also moves along with the heat. So the water moves in the form of vapor and it condenses in the top, and the wind will move it to a different location. And because of condensation, what will happen? It comes down in the form of rain. Okay. Now, when the rain falls, the rainwater flows in different ways. So basically the rainwater, all of it has to flow back into this pool of water, the ocean, let's say. But how it flows is what we are interested in. So one is it flows on the surface in the form of river, right? Where it is visible. Okay, on the surface of the earth, the water will flow and it will flow a certain distance, and after that it will come back and merge into the ocean. But other set of water, what it does is it infiltrates. Okay, it seeps into the ground and it flows under the ground in the form of underground water. Okay, like when you dig a borewell or a well, okay, you tap into the underwater, underground water. So it forms this underground water and it also flows, and then it connects back into the pool of water, the ocean. So the water is flowing on the surface and under the surface, deep inside also. So there are two types of flow of water. And something similar is happening in our body also. Okay. So I will try to explain this. So imagine this, say this line is the surface of skin. It is the skin surface. Okay. Now, where does the meridian flow? The meridian flows just below the surface of the skin. Okay. So it flows for some distance, it flows very close to the surface of the skin, just below the skin. And after some point of time, the meridian starts going deep into the inside the body. Okay. It was flowing right below the surface of the skin, and then it starts going deep into the body. Why should it go deep into the body? Why should it go deep into the body? Nerves are different and meridians are different. Okay. Meridians are not nerves. Meridians are what? Invisible energy paths. It is not imaginary paths. It is invisible. It is real but not visible. Okay. It flows just below the surface of the skin. Why should it go? Because it has to connect to the organs, and the organs are deep inside the body, right? So the meridian has to reach the organ, so that is why it takes a dive deep into the body. Now, on this path of meridian, there are some specific locations where the energy is more. And those points, we call it as acupoints. Okay. So there are certain points on this meridian where the energy is high, and these points we call it as acupoints. So while the meridian is flowing very close to the surface of the skin, these acupoints are accessible for us through the form of needle. Okay, so either in the form of pressure through the magnet or through needle, you are able to access these points because it is very close to the, these points are very close to the surface of the skin. You can insert a needle and you can stimulate the point. But once it takes a deep dive, the point becomes, the distance from the surface of the skin to the point becomes more. So you will not be able to access certain points. Okay. So the length of the meridian, which is close to the surface of the skin, is called superficial or surface level meridian, and the distance, the path of the meridian which is flowing deep inside the body are called deeper meridians. Okay, so which part of the meridian is accessible to us? Superficial or deeper? Superficial is accessible and the deep is not accessible. Okay. While studying meridian, for how many of you it was a bothersome kind of scenario? Okay. No, it is told that heart meridian starts here and ends in the little finger. Hey, how come? Heart meridian is not even touching the heart. How many of you had this kind of curiosity? Huh? What is this? No, some large intestine meridian. No, large intestine meridian is flowing in the hand, but large intestine is somewhere in the lower warmer. No, why it is not even touching? Should it touch at least? No, common sense, right? Heart meridian should at least touch the heart. Lungs meridian should at least touch the lungs. At least that should happen, right? But none of it was happening. I was so, I was like, how come this is working? No, how many of you had this kind of, click, raise your hand. Like, now you should get all these kind of questions, because only then your mind will start becoming fertile to receive the knowledge. Okay. So I used to have a lot of trouble in understanding this because nothing was making sense to me when I was learning. Okay. So, but as the time progressed, I understood what is the reason for this. Okay. And that is what I am teaching you on what is the reason. Okay. So what is shown in the charts, okay, that you have seen. Okay. The charts show only the surface level part of the meridian, because that is what we can treat. And the charts don't show the deeper part of the meridians because we cannot treat. Okay. So because we can't treat, it doesn't have any acupoints. So generally, many of the charts don't show, but some charts do show the deeper connection. And only when you understand the deeper connections, you will be able to understand why this meridian is like this. Okay, to a certain extent, you'll be able to understand. So this part is clear, surface and deeper. Clear? So the next one, say this is a, let's say up to this point, you are able to access through the needle. Okay, I'll complete this and then Varshaji, I will take your question. Okay, so let's say this up to this point, it is surface level. And from here to here, it is deeper level. Okay, because it is going deep into the body. So there are some places where the channel splits into two, right? So this is the primary path, which is in the dark line. And in some places, there is a branching from the main meridian. It branches and goes to some other place. So this branching is called as divergent meridian or branch meridian or secondary meridian. Okay. So currently, how many types of meridian we understood? There are 3 types. What are they? What are they? Surface, deeper, and divergent. Yeah, or secondary. So these are the 3 types of meridians that we learned. So up to this part, it is clear. Everybody is okay. Everybody is okay. Okay. Who had raised the hand? Bandana, someone had raised the hand, no? Who is that? Varsha Chedda or Vanita Bagga? Who is that who asked the question? Raise the hand. Okay, fine. So anybody has any question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, surface points we take for the treatment, and deeper point we can't take for treatment. But meridian shows only surface points or full pathway points.
I will show you. I will show
Okay.
some. Let's say, see, whatever is, like say this chart shows only the surface level, lungs meridian.
Okay.
But if you see this chart along with the surface, it shows the deeper connection. So if you see this, you mute yourself. So
Yes, sir. Sure.
okay, say if you see this chart, okay, only the surface level meridian is shown. So, and it is told that this is lungs meridian, and nowhere this meridian path is touching the lungs. Okay, it is very difficult to comprehend. Okay, the lungs meridian is not even touching or going close to lungs. So how does it going to treat? But the answer is available here. So if you see, the lungs meridian has this inner deep connection to the throat. So if there is any problem in the throat, you can treat the lungs meridian. And from this, it is connecting to both the lungs, and it is going down and connecting to its paired organ, the large intestine. So this is how you understand the connection between the paired organs and how the meridian is connecting to the organ. Okay. So this is the, whatever is in the dotted line is the deeper part of the meridian. Just because it is deep, we cannot access it. Okay. Is it making sense? Okay, Ravindranath GN.
Sir.
Yes.
Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sir, you told this whatever meridian, particular meridian, it won't go to particular organ. You are telling, but what we have studied in our previous class, when that energy flowing, actually it is touching that particular part also. How is a contradiction? It will be there, because when he has shown that energy flowing, it is actually going. What are the parts? It is going, organs. It is going.
No. You are telling from each point there is a connection to the organ. Is that what you are telling?
Yes. Suppose, for example, you are telling heart meridian. Where it start, actually it is touching the heart also. Actually, we have seen that energy is flowing like that. But you are telling.
See, this is, let me show. I don't want, okay. So you are telling about this. See, there are two types. I don't know, no, because I don't know what the other teacher has covered. So many of the places we only see this chart, only where the surface.
Sir, why I am telling, somebody telling it is a switch off point, somebody telling TCM point, somebody telling TM points, like that. When he has shown physically, actually, with that energy flow is showing, heart meridian means it is touching heart also, like that it is showing.
It is touching. I am not telling it is not touching.
No, but you told, actually you wonder why that meridian, it is not all going to that organ, but it is other points only, like that you are telling, But when he has seen that, when he has shown that the energy, how it is flowing, it is going to particular organ also.
Okay. Okay, so when you are trying to understand any subject, there are your beginning days. Okay, when you are trying to learn a bicycle, so you fall many times, you are learning, and then you become an expert. Then you can take even serious bends, etc. You can know all kinds of tricks you can do. So I was sharing my experience of the initial days on what was the curious points. Okay, so different people's learning experience would be different. Why did I share that? So there were some points which were in my mind, or some questions in my mind, and I shared that because you should also have questions in your mind. And how do you see any problem? Okay, so if you don't have that curiosity, you will not be able to grasp the subject well. Okay, that was the intention with which I told how my thinking evolved. Okay, it doesn't mean that your thinking also has to evolve in the same way. Okay, so probably I started my journey with this kind of charts, which is on this side. But if you have started your journey on this kind of chart, then it automatically shows the connection to the heart. See, the heart meridian is connecting to the heart. So if you have started your journey with this chart, good. You have not had the opportunity to get confused. Make sense? Sir, whoever had asked that question.
Sir, why divergent channel doesn't have any points?
So every time you ask a why, I will come back here. There are so many reasons. Because there are so many reasons, and probably one of the reason is that it is deep. Okay. It is an area. See, this question that you asked, is a valuable question. Okay, preserve it and always ponder upon it, and you will understand lot of secrets of this human mechanism. Okay, got your answer? Who asked that question?
Shelly.
Sally. Okay, are you convinced with the answer, or did you want a ready-made answer?
I'm not looking for the ready-made answer, but still, yes, the query is still there.
Yeah. Hold on to it. No, I am telling it is very good. Hold on to the question. Okay. I hope, no, that is what I told you in the beginning. If I can generate a lot of questions in your mind, I feel that my class is successful, today's class. Okay. I want to generate as many questions in your mind, which are open-ended. Okay. You may not get an answer to all the questions. It may be, it may take a lot of time to find an answer, but that I ignited that light of question in your mind. Okay. That is what I want to do in today's class. Okay. Yes, definitely here and there I will also be giving the answers which I know. Yes, Ravindranathan sir. I'm allowing you to unmute.
Devendra ji, do you want to unmute?
Ravindranathan GN.
Hello. Sir, what I am not getting concept me is some sujok, suppose if you follow, it will tell your heart meridian start with little finger. If same thing, if I follow TCM, it will tell heart meridian you start fourth finger like that. But they are telling both are correct. Then in that case, which one you have to follow? Because when you are telling
I understand. I understood your question. Okay, this is a common question that every people will have. Okay, and it is it is important that you have this question. So if you there are so many different modes with which okay, you are seeing this. Okay, this is a pen. So if you see, the pen is the same object, but how you see the pen makes a lot of impact. So if you see here, you can see a long green color object. But when you see here in this direction, can you see the green part? No. So you are only seeing the steel part. But if I switch like this, are you able to see the steel part? No, you are not able to see. You are just able to see this front part. So the object is the same, but how you look at the object, depending on how you see the object, the perspective totally changes. Okay. So there are so many different methods or schools of healing. It could be homeopathy, allopathy, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, acupuncture, TCM, Sujok, reflexology. So many modes of treatment are there. But the body is the same, right? Or the body is also different? Body is the same. But Ayurveda sees body in one way. Okay. TCM sees the body in another way. Okay. The homeopathy sees it in another way. So do you mean to say this is real? So this is real and this is false? Is that what you're trying to conclude? This is real. And what is this? This is also real, isn't it? Or is it false? Is it false? Or is it imaginary? This is real. This is also real. Both are true. So now it depends on us on what is that we have to use. Okay, I know that many of you would have this question. I just want to give you a perspective to it on how you say in this method, this is what it is told. In that method, that is what it is told. Which is right? Which is wrong? Both are right. Okay. Say now you, let's say, see, the human body is the most sophisticated, infinitely complex creation in the entire universe. Okay. It is the most complex system in the entire existence. So just one pen, I am trying to show it in different ways. Now imagine this whole body in how many different ways you can perceive. Okay, I'll give you some examples. Ranganath, yes, you keep yourself muted. After I finish my explanation, you can ask your question. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So keep your hand raised. I will open the question. Say, let's say you have this phone. Okay, the screen, the physical screen is it is fixed. The physical screen is fixed. Now, in one application, when you press in one place, okay, it will create, no, it will connect a call. It will make a call. Okay, if you click, let's say this one place in a phone application, it will make a call. But if you click it in the music application, the same physical location, it will play the song. It will not connect the call. If the same place you are touching in a camera application, it will take a photo. If you click the same place in a calendar application, it may create a meeting appointment. So the physical location is the same, but the function performed is different. Is it not? So to take a picture, you go to a different physical screen? No, right? The physical screen is the same, but the background software application is different. The physical part is the same. Though similarly, in the hand, say in one, say if I touch a point here, in one system of medication, say in reflexology, they say if you do this, it will do something. But if you do this in Sujok, it may do something else. If you do in Ayurvedic acupressure, it may do something else. The place is the same, but how you are perceiving, based on which you are treating. Okay. The way that the point performs, the actions performed by the point is different. Say if a person, if an engineer who has designed this, he is so intelligent that by touching the same place, you can do different things. So imagine who has created this. Who is more intelligent? The person who created this body or the person who created this phone? Who is more intelligent? The creator. The creator himself has created this. No, this human body is trillions times more complex than this phone. If the phone can perform this simple mechanism, why not this? Which is more complex? You tell me, the palm or the phone? This is also touch screen, right? You touch, and here also you touch. Which is more complex? Hand or the touch screen? Which is more complex? Tell me. Type. Type. Palm. It is trillions and trillions times more complex than this phone. Okay. It can tell you so many things, your past, present, and future. This cannot tell you your past, present, and future, isn't it? No, it is so complex and so responsive. Okay. So now don't have this confusion. In this method, it is told like this. So, and in this method, it is told like this. So this is right or this is right. Both are right in their own way. Right? Ravindra sir, you are okay? You understood? Ravindranath. Ravindranath GN.
Hello?
Yes.
The problem, what is happening? We are learning like a TM. Sometimes this Sujok also, that points it is coming. When we are going through some books, it is showing other way. That's why this lot of confusion is there. Which is
there is absolutely no reason to get confused. There is absolutely no reason to confuse. If in this, if the Sujok says, if you do this, this is the point, it does this, you just do this. If in TM it says, if you do this, it will happen, you do that. If you do, like, both will happen because both is right. That is what I was telling. Is this is right or this is right? Both are right. Don't get confused. Okay, just follow one thing which is easier for you to understand. Okay, whatever is easy for you to grasp, you follow that. Okay, don't complicate.
okay.
Okay. Okay, and who was that who had raised a hand? Okay, Ranganath. Yes. Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
See, this subject I understood like this. See, in TCM, for example, if it is a heart meridian, it starts from the shoulder, below the shoulder, and it ends up at the little finger. So this is a physical meridian. Whereas in Sujok, according to correspondence system, the index finger will become the hand.
See, that is
it is the hand, and in the mini system, in the Sujok, there is a mini system where there is a small finger comes between the mid finger and the index finger. So that is also ending at that line only. And it is exactly, Sujok is the index, the hand, the complete body index is there in the hand only. There are three systems. One is a corresponding system, and another is a insect system, and mini system. So this is exactly matching with the Sujok. Sujok is completely, they are defining all the system with the fingers only. Hand, palm, and hand. So your index finger, sir, understood, sir, what I am telling?
No, I understand, sir. I am allowing you.
Even Ravindranath also, I think he was my classmate.
Okay. Okay, sir. I understand that question.
So index finger
allow me to
is
speak.
the hand according to Sujok.
Okay. See, these questions. Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. Okay. See, these questions which you are having, I also used to have. Okay. While I was beginning to study, I used to have the same questions, similar questions. Okay. Okay. If you are not understanding something, okay, what I would suggest is give yourself some time. Just listen to things, what is being taught. Okay. And then after some time, everything will fall in place. Okay. You will be able to understand why this in this system it is like this, why in that system it is like that. Okay. As I told, what is it? It takes time. Okay. The beginners will start there and the masters will end. Okay. So just absorb what is being told and everything will fall in place. Okay. When, okay, probably in the Biol system, in the Sujok, okay, say the meridians are flowing in the body, and there has to be a simplified way of doing things, right? So Professor Park Zewu found out a phenomenally great idea. Okay, he was able to plot all the meridians which is there in the body onto the palm, because the palm is so similar in structure in terms of the human body. I am sure different teachers would have taught you how the palm is very similar to the body. This was done by Professor Park Zewu, and it was in a very recent time. Okay, in the traditional way, there was no Sujok system. It was only on the body. Okay, and all the treatment principle is also based on the, like, what is there in the body. It is just replicated over here to make things simple. Okay, so as of now, you are just trying, you are entering into a new realm. Just relax and listen. If you don't understand, make a note of it, and we can discuss at some point of time. Okay, and if you're not understanding something, just relax and tell you, okay, give some time, you will understand. Okay, so I was telling that there is a primary meridian, in that there are two parts which is flowing on the surface, and there are some areas which are flowing deep inside the body, and the deeper parts are not accessible. Okay, and the secondary meridians is a divergent or a branch from the primary meridian. Okay, so this much is clear. I hope it is clear. Okay, now, because all of you have learned, you know some amount of about the meridian. So there are some meridians which are flowing in one place, and there are some meridians which are flowing in another place. Okay, some flow in the front of the body, and some flow in the back of the body. Some flow on the side of the body, the outer side of the, say, your extremities, and some flow on the inner side of the extremities. What is the logic? Why is it flowing like that? Is what we will try to understand. So let's say, let us take up the like we have this is the original way that the human being was walking, is what, as per the modern science that we have learnt. Okay, now the Chinese philosophers have kept this as a root, okay, or the base upon which this meridian system has been developed. Okay, so once again, you will have to understand yin and yang. I will try to touch upon in a simpler way, very little part of yin and yang. Yin and yang is a very elaborate subject. It has a lot of complexities to it, but I will touch upon only the simple aspects to make you understand the this part. Before going into the monkey, we will try to understand this part. Okay, the sun and the earth. This is where the fundamental through which all the yin and yang is come up. So this is the sun surface, and this is the earth which is rotating. So the surface, so if you see the surface of the earth, half of it is receiving the light, and the other half is not receiving the light. So this is day, this side is day, and this side is night. Okay, so and that keeps on changing because the earth is rotating. So half of it will receive the sunlight and half of it will not receive the sunlight. So where it is receiving the sunlight, that part is called as what? What is it called? It is called as yang. That side which is receiving the sunlight is called as yang. Okay. Now, which side which is not receiving the sunlight, that is called as yin. So basically it is telling the duality. In some part you will receive the sunlight and some part you will not. But this is not constant. The earth keeps revolving. So this is the fundamental of all yang and yin. Okay, like it is a derivative from that. Okay, and we will try to understand now. We will go to the monkey. So if the monkey is walking like this, if the monkey is walking like this, so where is the sunlight falling? On which part of the body? It is falling on the back side of the back of the, in this part it is falling. So in the back side. So here also it is falling. Back side. So where the sunlight is falling, it is called as yang. Just give me a moment. I think we can take some 5 minutes break. No, we have reached 9 o'clock. Just exactly 5 minutes. We are at 9:03, 9:08 we will start. Okay.
Okay. This is a break, friend. Actually, during this break, I would like to inform you that tomorrow also we'll have a free session that's from our Basara sir. He will give the information about how to take the pulse and how to take the Nadishwara, the wonderful instrument which is invented by him only and his followers in his research institute. And another thing, I will request him to give a zero state of mind meditation in tomorrow's session. I'll try to request him, okay? Actually, when you're practicing that zero state of mind meditation, you will not get any confusion, whether it is Sujok, whether it is mini system, whether it is Ayurveda acupressure, whether it is acupuncture point and whatever. Before you're treating a patient, a person, you have to do this zero state mind meditation. Hopefully, I think that he will give the meditation in tomorrow's session. So please don't miss tomorrow's session. Thank you.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we were telling where the sunlight is falling, that portion of the body is considered yang. And which portion of the body where the sunlight is, where that part of the body which is protected from the sunlight, the inner part, we call it as yin. Okay, just like here, where the sunlight is falling, there it is yang, and where it is not falling, the night is yin. Similarly, where the sunlight is falling, that is yang, and where the sunlight is not falling directly, okay, or where it is protected from the sunlight, we call it as yin surface of the body, yang surface of the body, yin surface of the body. That is in terms of the exposure to the sunlight. So the frontal part is protected from the sunlight, that is why we call it as yin, and back part is exposed, we call it as yang. Okay, and like the human body can be cut into different planes. So in your 10th standard, etc., you would have like X plane, Y plane, Z plane. You would have learned that X, Y, Z axis. So 3 different axes. So similarly, the human body can be dissected in different ways. Okay, when you dissect in this way, okay, like when you slice it in this way, so the front part is the yin and the back part is the yang. Now, if you slice it like this, like vertically, if you slice it like this in the middle, so if you slice it like this, then the left side is considered yang and right side is considered yin. Why? Why not the other way? Left is yang and right is yin. Why? Yeah. So the yin organs you would have learned, right? Yin organs work more and yang organs work less. So which hand works more? Right hand, we do more work through right hand, no? So right side is yin and left side is yang. Okay, so that is what I have written, more. Right hand is, no? Exceptions, don't get worried. Okay, you understand the major part of it. The exceptions we will handle later. And we can also slice the body in this horizontal plane. Okay, in this plane we can cut. So what is above the waist and below the waist? So let's say, like say this is the earth, okay, and this is the like different the place above the earth. So earth is yin and the heaven is, or the area above the earth is called as yang. Why? Why? Okay, we will understand this later. Okay, so the more you go above the earth, you are more yang in nature, and the more you come closer to the earth and deep to earth, it is yin. Why? We will understand it later. The more you understand the concepts of TCM, the more it will become strong. But for now, you just understand what is above the earth, it is yang, and what is below the earth and below the earth is yin. So now this part below the waist, it is closer to earth, and the earth is yin, right? So that is why this lower part we call it as yin. Okay, and the upper part above the waist, it is closer to the sky. So this part we call it as yang. Because the above the earth, okay, this area is yang. They call it as heaven, but we will not. Okay. There are many things. Okay. When we learn 5 elements, then we will discuss this water and fire, etc. So this is 3 different planes. Okay. So when we cut it in this way, whatever is in the front, we call it as yin because it is protected from the sun when we are in that monkey position. And when In the back side, we call it as yang, because that is where the sunlight is falling. Okay, that is clear. And when we slice it in this way, right side, we call it as yin, because it is working more. And left side is called as yang, because it is working less compared to the right hand. Okay. And below the waist, if we cut it in this way, then what is closer to earth, we call it as yin, because earth is yin. And what is above the earth, okay, the higher you go away from the earth, we call it as yang. So the upper portion is called as yang. Okay. And another way to see it is, say if you have something, some surface. So there is, like, say if you have a sphere, like a ball, like the deeper you go inside, it is yin. And if you are on the surface, not getting deeper, then you call that as yang. Okay. So it is one object, but the same object can be divided into yin and yang in different ways. Okay. So the superficial, the surface is called as yang, and the core, the deeper you go inside that object, the core is called as yin. Okay. This part is clear. There are 4 different ways to segregate the body into yin and yang. Yeah. Who was that? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
You are saying that right is yin.
Mm-hmm.
Right is the function. Yang is the function. Why it is yin and not the yang?
Okay. See, you cannot separate yin and yang. Okay, they are very closely related. There is no absolute yin and absolute yang. Okay. So if you see the picture of yin and yang, okay, I have to digress to answer your question.
There is yang in the yin and the yin and the yang.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just because it is functional, it is not always yang. Right? Say, what is this? This part, is it yin or yang?
This part is it's right. Normally, if it is right, it is yang.
Okay. The entire neck.
It is in the limit. Maybe because it's in the limit, it couldn't be neither yang, neither yin.
No, I am telling, let's take the example of the entire neck. Is it yang or yin?
The entire neck? Normally, it should be yang because it is moving and yang is function.
So, if you had a deeper knowledge, you would have told me that your question is incorrect.
Maybe.
So if I tell the neck, is it yang or yin? So you would have told that it is a wrong question. Why is it a wrong question?
Because it has 2 sides. We have the right side of the neck and the left side of the neck and the front side of the neck and the back side of the neck.
No. Say, I will give you an example. Say somebody earns, say you are from which country?
Morocco.
Morocco. Okay. I'll say talk in terms of, let's say, US dollars. So let's say a person is earning 1,000 or let's say $10,000 per month.
Yes.
So that person is rich or poor?
It depends on which country. In my
Poorest
country,
owner.
in my country, he is really too much rich. 10,000 a month. It's too much rich.
So you told something depends. Okay, because rich or poor is always in comparison with something else. Say if a person is earning $1 million per month, and in comparison to that, a person who is earning $10,000, is he rich or poor?
The 10,000 is less than poor.
Less than poor. And if a person is earning 1,000 per month, and in comparison to that person, who this 10,000 person is rich or poor?
$10 $10
10,000 and 1,000.
10,000 1,000 still the 10,000 is richer than the 1,000.
So if you compare the 10,000 with 1,000, the 10,000 will become rich. But if you compare the same 10,000 with 1 million, the 10,000 will become poor.
Poor.
Right? So the same. So if I tell, what is this? Yin or Yang? Your next question should have been, it should have been a question. In comparison to what? In comparison to the tip of the head, this is Yin. But in comparison to chest, this is Yang. Right? Are you understanding?
Yeah, yes.
It is always in relation with something else.
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
you cannot, there is no such thing as absolute Yin or absolute Yang. It is always in relation with something else. So when you take something else, then all your doubts will get cleared. Clear?
Okay.
But
no. When we say right and left, means that right, depending on what you said, right is Yin, because the left is Yang, but this could be for the left-handed, but for the right-handed, normally the right is Yang and the left is Yin.
Okay, simple. Let's make it simple for time being. For those who are right-handed, for them, right is Yin and left is Yang. And those who are left-handed, for them, left is Yin and right is Yang. Can we understand?
No, you say that Yang is function. Means that if the right is functioning, means the right is Yang.
What do you mean by function?
Function, moving, working, doing things. This is function. It has a function. It is functioning, doing something.
So function, say something which is inside, right side is also functioning. Something, let's say right lung is also functioning, left lung is also functioning. So how do you differentiate between Yin and Yang in this? Your left kidney is also functioning, right kidney is also functioning.
Yes.
Yes, no? So the answer to your question is there is more deeper things to understand, and a good student will always have an open mind and they will try to understand more, and you should not get into a closed mindset. Okay, this is this, this is this, this is this. No.
Okay.
Everything is in relation. Okay.
Thank you.
So just absorb the knowledge. And when you have questions, we will discuss it. Okay. So these discussions, is it helping or is it making you more confused? Are the discussions clarifying things to you, or is it making it more confusing? It is? Achha. Okay. So there are different views. Different views to it. Okay, we have a wide range of answers. Okay, it is helping, exciting, and confusing and wasting. So we have the entire spectrum. Trust me, these discussions are extremely valuable, and it is hard, very, very hard to get these kind of discussions. Okay, yes, I know that it is, you may be losing some of the perspective, the track may be changing, but just observe things, what is happening. Okay, now we know that there is yin and there is yang. So there is a border between the yin and the yang. Okay, so this is the border. Okay, the gray side and the white side that you are seeing. So between these two surfaces, you can see a place which is separating these two, yin surface and yang surface. Okay, it is the border between the yin and the yang. And this side, if you see this side, the sunlight is falling. So let's say, imagine another leg over here. So between the leg, the sunlight is not falling. So the inner side of the thigh is the yin, because sunlight is not falling directly, and the outer side of the thigh is yang, okay, because the sunlight is falling over there. Okay, so here you can see it. Okay, and another important thing, when you see the chart of all the different meridians flowing, so it looks little haphazard, does it? Like, why something is starting from here, why something is ending there? There would be some kind of confusion over there. Okay, but there is a method to madness. Okay, so you see something starts somewhere, something ends somewhere. It doesn't seem very logical. Okay, but if you closely analyze, okay, there is a proper logic to it, and that logic is what we will try to understand in this picture. So we have 12 main meridians. Okay, so there are 12 main meridians. We will go into the meridian later, but you understand the philosophy of how the meridians start and how it ends. So we understood that the earth is yin, and the sky, or let's say heaven, is called as yang. Now, these are two separate entities, and the human body works as a connection between the heaven and the earth. So it is a conduit or connection through which the heaven talks to the earth and the earth talks to the heaven through the human body. Okay, so with this perspective, so the position in which, to understand this philosophy, the position of the human body has to be like this, with the hands raised. It is not the hands down. No, the hands has to be raised as shown in the figure. So we have 12 meridians, and in that 6 are yin and other 6 are yang. Okay. So I will write it here. Okay, it will be easier. So just okay. So we have 12 meridians, and in that we have 6 is yin and 6 is yang. Okay. Out of 6 meridians, 6 yin meridians, there are 3 yin meridians in leg, and there are 3 yin meridians in arms, hand. Okay. Similarly, the other 6 yang meridians, 3 yang meridians are in leg, and 3 yang meridians are in hand. Okay, clear? So in leg, how many of them are there? So if you just take only leg, so in leg we have how many? So in leg we have 3 yin and we have 3 yang. Okay. So if you only consider the leg. Now if you consider only hand, how will it be? So in hand we have 3 yin and 3 yang. Okay. So this is earth, and let's say this is heaven. So earth is yin and heaven is yang. Okay. So if the earth has to communicate to the heaven, so if the earth has to communicate to the heaven, it will communicate through yin, because it is starting from yin. So if the heaven has to communicate to earth, so it will communicate through yang channels, because the starting point is yang. Okay. This is clear? This much is clear? Okay. Now we will try to get back to this picture. So there are how many yin channels in the leg? There are how many yin channels in the leg? So there are 3 yin channels in the leg. So now this is trying to talk to the heaven. So all the yin channels of the leg, so words are important, all the yin meridians of the leg start from the foot. So all the yin meridians of the leg starts from the foot and go up to the chest level. Okay. Around chest area. So all the yin meridians of the foot or of the leg starts from the foot and goes to the chest area. And it has to continue from the chest to the tip of the hand to heaven, right? So the yin meridians of the hand, they start from the chest area and go towards the tip of the finger. Okay. The yin meridians of the leg start from the foot and go to the chest area, and the yin meridians of the hand start from the chest area and go towards the tip of the hand. Okay. So this is about the yin. So when we come to the yang, so it starts from the heaven. So the beginning point would be what? The yang meridians of the hand. The yang meridians of the hand start at the tip of the fingers and then flow towards the face. So it flows towards the face. So it starts towards from the tip of the finger and flows towards the face. And the yang meridians of the foot, of the leg, starts from the face, from where it has left, and then it comes and ends in the tip of the leg. Okay. So now we have a complete circuit. So we started from here. I will use a different color. Okay. So we started from here. We went to the chest area, and then from there we reached here. Okay. And once again from this place we went to the face, and from face we came down to the earth. So this completes the circuit. If you have this in picture, it becomes relatively much easier to understand why the meridian is starting here and why is it ending there. Okay. Without this logic, if you don't understand this logic, then you will have to end up by hearting the meridians. No, you will have to mug up. It is like this. No, this starts here, this ends there, that starts here, that ends there. No, you will have to just by heart it without any logic. So this is the logic on how the meridians are placed. So I'll just wipe this off and you will understand. Okay. If you notice, this area, the face. What is happening in the face? Either a yang meridian is starting from face, or a yang meridian is ending in face, or head, I should say head. Okay. So either in the face area, if you see, either a yang meridian is starting or a yang meridian is ending. So this face is maximum yang, because all the yang meridians are either starting there or ending there. So maximum amount of yang is the head. Okay. Now, if you observe the chest area, in the chest area, either the yin meridian is starting or the yin meridian is ending. Okay, it is ending. So all the yin meridians either start from the chest area or end in the chest area, right? So the maximum amount of yin is in chest area. Okay, clear? This part is clear? The maximum amount of yang, okay, is in the head area, because all the yang meridians either start from the head or end at the head, and the maximum amount of yin is in the chest area, because all the yin meridians either start at the chest or end at the chest. Okay, clear? So I hope this is clear. All right. So which of them are the yang meridians and which of them are the yin meridians is written over here. So in the foot, in the leg, kidney meridian starts. Okay, these are the three yin meridians, which is starting from the leg. So it is kidney, liver, and spleen. So all the three start from the leg and end in the chest area. And from the chest area, which are the three meridians which start? It is heart, pericardium, and lungs. And they all end in the tip of the fingers. Okay. So your K1, liver 1, spleen 1, the first beginning point of the meridians will all be in the foot, because it is starting from there. And the ending point of the heart, pericardium, and lungs, okay, H9, P9, and LU11, they all are in the tip fingers because they are ending. Okay. And they are H1, P1, L1, all of them are in chest area. Okay. Now, similarly, if you take the yang part of it, okay, it is bidirectional in both the sides, left side and right side, both yin and yang meridians are flowing. So, but for representation in this picture, it is shown in this way. So all the yin meridians is shown in this side and all the yang meridians is shown in this side. Okay. So if you see the large intestine 1, triple wormer 1, SI1, they all start in the fingertips and they all end in the face. Okay. And if you see the other yang meridians, which is in the leg, that is stomach, gallbladder, and UB, their beginning part will be all in the near the eyes. Okay. Stomach 1, gallbladder 1, UB 1, and all their ending numbers will be in the foot. Okay. So if you understand this logic, so much of confusion and the effort to memorize the paths of the meridians will be reduced. Okay. Okay, clear? I hope it is clear. Nod your heads, say yes, type yes, give thumbs up, something you do so that I know that it is going inside your head and not bouncing off. So before I go into the paths of the meridian, okay, this is where it is, this is where it is. No, before that, I will go into the logic. Or okay, so the logic I'll take in another class. Because we have a small duration of time, little time is there. Okay, I'll come to this. So if you see this chart, so this chart is telling which meridian has how many points. So lungs has 11, its paired organ. Large intestine has 20. I am going to this directly because most of you know at least some aspect of meridian. So that is why I'm coming to this slide. So if you take a look at spleen and its paired organ, stomach. So spleen has 21, stomach has 45. Heart has 9, its paired organs, small intestine has 19. Kidney has 27 and its paired organ, urinary bladder has 67. Liver has 14 and gallbladder, its paired organ, has 44. Pericardium has 9 and its paired organ, triple warmer, is 23. So when you see this chart, does something no, you see something in this chart, something which is very evident. Something striking. Do you see obviously anything? Yeah. So Shanti Bhupendra. So and Fedva. Yeah. So if you see, the yin organs has lesser points compared to its yang organ. Okay, in all the places. Say the lungs has 11, its paired organ has 20. Always the number of points in the yang organ is more compared to its yin organ. You want me to share 81? Why 81? This one? This one or this one? Okay, we'll right. So is there a reason for it? No, it is something which is very clearly seen. Is it by design or is it something random? So in all the Chandubai Patel told yang is 50% more than yin. So it doesn't fit in all of them. Say, for example, in kidney, it is 27. So if you double it, it will be close to 54, but it is 67. So that formula will not fit. So it is not random, but it has a reason for it. The yang meridians are longer than yin meridians. Why? Why? Why yang meridians are longer than yin meridians? So it is going from heaven to earth non-stop. Why? Functional importance. So structure is not important. So yin goes till chest. So what? They are hollow. So hollow organs should have long meridians. Huh? Why? Why hollow organs should have long meridians? Deepti Longani. Why? Why it is going throughout the body without interruption? I'm not getting the answer. No. So should I answer that question now or should I answer it in the next class? You all will think and come up with an answer. Okay. Some want it now. Somebody is answering. Satya A. Now. Okay. So we will answer it now. So Satya A. Excellent. Who is that? Excellent. Okay, so we will try to understand why yang meridians are longer than yin meridians. Okay, for that, you will have to understand the principle. Why I am asking you these kind of question is how important it is to understand the fundamentals. Only if your fundamental is strong, you will have a reasoning for all the things which are existing. Otherwise, you will only do by heart or mugging up. So let's say, what did we discuss when we were discussing the different ways of yin and yang? We told, say the object on the surface, it is yang, and when it is core, it is, as you move from the surface to core, you are moving from yang to yin, right? The core is the yin and the surface is the yang. And we have to tie up with the first concept which I told, that like if this is the skin, the meridian flows close to the skin and then it goes deep into the organ level. So we are able to access only these points, but these are not accessible. Okay, the deeper points are not accessible. So now if we try to see this, okay, I will make this. Okay, let's say this is the surface and this is deeper where we can't access that point. Okay, so this is deeper. So now a meridian has to flow. So this is, let's say, yang and yin. Now there is no absolute yin or yang. That is what we all learned. It is always a ratio of yin and yang. So if there is a line, say some part is yang and some part is yin. A meridian has both parts, yin and yang. So if the yang side becomes more, then we call it as a yang meridian. Okay, because yang is more than yin. So if the yin side becomes more, so we say yin meridian, because yin is more than yang. Okay, so all meridians will have yin section and the yang section. That is, something will be flowing on the surface The surface part is called as yang part and the deeper part is yin part. Okay. Now, in a yang meridian, which part should be more? The yang part or the yin part? In the yang meridian, which part should be more, longer? The yang part should be longer, right? So I will draw it in, let's say, red color. The yang meridian has to be longer. So yang is the surface. So the meridian should be long in the outer side and short in the inner side. Right? Surface is yang, right? So yang meridian is more on the surface and less on the inner, because yang meridian has to be more on the surface level. Now the yin meridian, I'll take it in black. So the yin meridian is supposed to be more in the deeper side or the surface level? The yin meridian should be deeper in which side? Deeper, longer in deeper or surface? So it should be long in the deeper side. So it will be long in the deeper side and short on the yang side. A little on the yang side. Okay. Now, which part is accessible to us? The surface or the deep? Surface is accessible, right? Which part is accessible to us? The surface part is accessible to us. Okay, I will draw in a different color. So the surface is accessible to us and there are more acupoints on the surface level. Okay, so I will do it for the yin part. So now if you notice, which meridian has more points? Which meridian has more points? Which meridian has more points? No, not the between yin and yang. The yin meridian has more points compared to yang meridian. Why? Because yang meridian flows more on the outer surface of the body and the points, acupoints are located on the surface level of the body and not in the deep. But whereas yin meridian flows deep inside the body, more deep, the longer part of the yin meridian is in the deeper part of the body where the points are not there. So that is why the yin meridian has lesser points compared to yang meridians. Okay, is this clear? Everybody understood this concept? Okay. See, the yin and yang has to be in balance, right? So 50% yin and 50% yang. So say yin 50%, yang 50%. That is how balance has to be there. But in terms of points, if you see, they are not balanced. The number of points on the yin channel and the number of points on the yang channel are not the same. It is different. And in all the cases, yang is more than yin. Why? right? In terms of Yin-Yang philosophy, Yin and Yang are balanced. It is equal, right? But when you see in terms of the meridian in the body, they are not balanced. The number of points in the Yang is more compared to number of points in the Yin. Why? It is because the Yang meridian flows on the surface for a longer distance compared to Yin meridian. So Yin meridian flows deep, longer flow of the Yin meridian is deeper in the body, and there are no points to locate there. So that is why the Yin meridian has less number of points compared to Yang meridians, because it is flowing on the surface for a longer length and there are a lot of acupoints. Clear? So these are not available in the book. So it is my own thinking and my churning, and that is why I'm able to present it. I hope accessibility in Yang meridian is more than Yin meridian, so more points. Yes. Okay, so now we have reached the closing time. At the end, please give some good reference book name for reading. See, I will show you. If you want books, can you see the books? There are plenty of books to be referred. So giving one book is difficult. Okay. And book will tell you something, and but you will have to apply your mind a lot in trying to grasp that knowledge. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed today's session and it was useful to you and it enriched your knowledge. So with this, I thank you all and hand it over back to Lalita ma'am.
Thank you very much, Lakshman ji. Thank you so much. And dear friends, this is a series of sessions. Lakshman ji agreed to us as he will give 30 classes. So you have to be there in the Zoom live sessions continuously without missing anyone. Okay. Today we will get the concluding part from Miss Anusha. Anusha ji, please.
Thank you so much, madam. And thank you, Joshi sir. And Krishnamurti sir, you were just mind-blowing. And like we had so many questions already. And these questions were making us think more, learn more, understand more. And especially the basics are so important, as you had informed earlier. So just we are filled with gratitude and thank yous to you from all of us, sir. So just thank you so much. We just don't have more words, but thank you so much for coming to us, helping each of us learn so much from the basic scratch level, and that too from the research level of your studies, sir. Extremely thankful to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Lalita madam. Thank you, Joshi sir.
My pleasure. And any questions which are not answered, okay, keep it in mind. At some point of time, I will take up all your questions. Okay. I will not let anybody hang on with the questions without answering it. So if you did not get a chance, just hold on. No, we will get to that question at some point of time. Okay.
Thank you, Krishnamurti sir. Thank you all. Good night all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Very nice session. Thank you.
Very nice session.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Eagerly, we will wait for next session, sir. Thank you so much.
Eagerly waiting to teach you in the next class.
Thank you, sir, for your patience.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Gratitude, sir.
Okay, I think we can.
Really superb class, sir. Really superb. Very clear. Thank you.